Alright, so that is one of my absolute favorite videos ever, and it's a perfect example of guerrilla marketing. Now, how many of you guys have heard of guerrilla marketing? Any of you? A few, maybe? Alright. Well, I hope by the end of this presentation you'll kind of understand what guerrilla marketing is and potentially use it. So guerrilla marketing definitely is not a marketing strategy done in a guerrilla suit, but it's actually a marketing strategy that is done in an unconventional way that then spreads online like a virus. So guerrilla marketing is really all about being different, and it's all about being unexpected, unconventional, and it potentially can be interactive. As you can see in that video, it got a lot of people involved. So it also somehow has provided a way to get high results by spending little money. That Coke video, obviously they probably did not have to spend very much money on that. They can supply the Coke, they can supply the machine, but it definitely was noticeable and a lot of people will remember it. They also give the little guy a chance to become the big guy. Before we really start getting too much into guerrilla marketing, I'm going to kind of go through a little history of kind of how marketing and advertising have evolved over the past few decades. So we'll start with the 1900s, and this is really when the promotion of products really began. They started promoting cars, as you can see here, and cigars, pipes, all that kind of stuff. Next we'll look at the 20s, and this is where they used a lot of famous movie stars and sports figures to really promote products such as alcohol, tobacco, and food, as you can see here. Next is the 40s, and this is where the target audience really began to become educated about the benefits of a product or service, and it was also done through like printed media such as newspapers, magazine articles, flyers, that kind of stuff, and also TV and radio really began to become an effective way to spread advertising. In the 60s, this is where the audience began to kind of recognize a sales pitch, and so advertisers really had to be kind of sneaky, and so they had to subtly put in their message with an entertaining way. In the 80s, this is where they kind of somewhat began to dabble a little bit into guerrilla marketing, but it really more focused on the young and the innocent, as you can see here. Very innocent feel here. And this is also where a lot of our famous actresses today, such as Drew Barrymore, Brooke Shields, and Dakota Fanning all kind of made their start. It was back in the 80s. And then next we'll look at the 2000s, and this is really when things became more risque and people just were more risky and sexual and all that kind of stuff in the 2000s. And also with the invention of social media and new technology improvements, this has really made a change for advertising. But even some of the most recent advertising can be dramatically changed through guerrilla marketing. So now we'll kind of look at a few examples of guerrilla marketing so that you can kind of better understand them. So this is one of my absolute favorite ads ever. I mean, free air guitar, please take one. So pretty creative there, not your everyday advertisement. This one, I don't know if you guys can see it very well, but it looks like his hands are tied behind him on this one, but it's just a bus seat. Bottom of your cart definitely makes you think if you see that. This is actually on the floor and people are walking around, so it looks kind of like fleas. Pretty funny, not gonna lie. Pretty creative here. Looks like you're having spaghetti or something, but it's really a rope. Light pole, and it looks like you're pouring coffee. Escalator, looks fun. Why not? Crosswalk, there are fries. Sitting on a chocolate cake. Why not? Does your coffee taste like crap? Bus straps. Nail polish. One of my other favorites here, bus for an advertisement for a zoo. Pretty creative. And the last one here, The Simpsons. They're always crazy and creative, so there you go. And then there are also a few other examples. A lot of you, I'm sure, have heard of flash mobs. That's an example of guerrilla marketing. There's also unique handouts. One of my personal favorites is actually, it's like a piece of paper that you fold in half, and on the outside it looks like money. And so what you do is you walk down the street and accidentally drop a piece on the ground, and sure enough, people are going to pick it up. I mean, it's money. Who's not going to? And once they pick it up, they realize it's not actually money. You open it up, and on the inside is like a business information or a link to a website or whatever. People are going to keep that, but it's not your normal brochure where you flip through the pages and find out company information. You're going to remember that. So now we'll look at a few examples of traditional ads that are kind of boring that could be changed into guerrilla marketing that's a lot more interesting. So we'll start off with a billboard, if I could talk, sorry. And the car advertisement on a billboard. We all see billboards like every day. We don't even notice them anymore. So I definitely will remember a car parade a lot more than I would remember a billboard. If you see a bunch of cars, all the same thing, going down the street, you're going to remember that a lot more than seeing a billboard. Another example is a boring furniture ad. It's in a magazine or whatever, you're just going to flip right by it and not even notice it. But if you're driving by and you see a moving living room, you're going to remember that. And then the last example I have for you is one of my favorites. Just a boring bike advertisement for exercising, or a guy going down the street on an actual bike that is supposed to be stationary. But you guys will actually have to watch the video. It's pretty funny. He's actually like moving down on this. I don't know how they do it, but he's actually moving down the street, like going past pedestrians and whatnot. It's really funny. But anyways, all of these are great examples of guerrilla marketing, but the actual ads themselves are not what make guerrilla marketing successful alone. You actually have to have social networking, and this has really made guerrilla marketing really spread quickly and has provided a lot of advancements for guerrilla marketing. And social networking has really allowed for advertising to become more free and a lot easier. You can upload a picture, a video, a link, or a story, or whatever, and quickly it gets spread across the internet really fast. So to show an example of this, we're going to meet Sally here. So Sally decides she wants to go to the mall one day, and she sees a flash mob. And she decides she thinks her friends will like it, so she wants to send it to them. So she gets out her phone and decides to record it and upload it, and then sends it to her social media, Facebook, Twitter, all of that. There's so many you can't keep track. Uploads it. Within about 5 minutes, 20 of her friends have already seen this video. Of these 20, 5 of them decide they want to reshare it, repost it, or whatever. The cycle continues and continues, and within an hour, there's already 1,000 views. So this just shows how fast videos really spread on the internet. Another example is with YouTube. If you type in mall flash mob, these are the first 5 that come up on there. I mean, that's pretty impressive, 35 million views. And then over here, 361,000 views. And what's really impressive is the time that they've been up there. That's only been up for a year, and it already has over 35 million views. This has only been up for 3 months, and it already has that many views. So my whole point today is that I really hope you all agree with me that guerrilla marketing is a lot better than traditional advertising and marketing strategies, and that you all will really notice it and maybe use it one day. And so I'm going to leave you with these 2 ads and ask you which one do you think you'll remember more, and possibly share this one or this one.